So I think you will agree with me that most of the data that comes out of Africa is focusing on Anglophone Africa, right? What I call the mainstream Africa. So can you tell us what's going on in the francophone and lusophone Africa when it comes to fintech and overall financial disruption? And tell me if there's any significant difference between those countries and the mainstream Africa.
And in West Africa, it's true, it's been dominated by particularly Ghana and Nigeria. But what we've seen, I'd say, in the last 3 or 4 years is francophone West Africa is catching up, particularly Dakar and Abidjan. They're the two hubs. I think at the last count, there were 49 fintech projects going on in Abidjan and over 150 in Dakar. So, and because they are so well integrated into the whole CFA franc zone, the ability for them to spread their fintech is almost instantaneous. So I think they're going to start really pulling their weight. Interesting companies like Matontine, which is taking a traditional lending model, digitizing it.
I know Matontine very well, and I know what they're doing. Yes. Do you think the language can be a barrier? In this case, like the Portuguese and the French can be a barrier in terms of these fintech having a bigger exposure globally?
Absolutely, and unfortunately, I mean, language is a proxy for culture. I mean, the cultural barrier is enormous. And the reality is, in Francophone Africa, few people speak good English. So it creates an enormous distance. I'm a linguist, so I study French and Portuguese and Spanish, so I speak the languages in Africa, and particularly if you take a country like Angola or Côte d'Ivoire, it totally changes the engagement if you're in the local language, and I should say in one of the colonial languages, so either French or Portuguese. So yes, that's a huge barrier.